The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
All right, you all know the drill.
And that was how it started. The 5 of us being brought in on a trumped-up charge to be leaned on by half-wits.
Number 1, step forward.
It didn't make sense that I'd be there. I mean, these guys were hardcore hijackers.
Answer my question. You hear me in the back? Hello?
What the cops never figured out, and what I know now, was that these men would never break. Never bend over for anybody.
You gonna charge me, dickhead?
You don't put guys like that into a room together.
Let's get back to that truck, asshole.
Who knows what can happen?
I figure we owe it to ourselves to salvage a little dignity. Me and Fenster heard about a little job.
My employer requires your services, gentlemen. 1 job, 1 day's work. Very dangerous.
Close quarters, 10, maybe 20 men. Anybody who goes in there is not coming out alive.
Is there a problem?
I want to know why. 27 men died on that pier for what looks to be $91 million worth of dope that wasn't there.
This is his life's in danger. He saw the devil. Kaiser Soze!
He mentioned Kaiser Soze. Who? Who's Kaiser Soze? Press 20. Do it now.
There is no Kaiser Soze.
You never knew. That was his power.
He was in the harbor killing many men.
You mention his name again, I'll kill you right now.
How do you shoot the devil in the back?
A gift from Mr. Soze.
We got my whole life in here. Everything I've ever done since I was 18.
Everybody I've ever worked with or did time with.
Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him.
He's here.
Well, I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze. And like that, he's gone.
Shadwell Town fans call their ground the Kennel. Their nickname's the Dogs. We want you in there with them. Someone's organising this lot. We want the generals, not the foot soldiers.
When you're right there, in the thick of it.
Seen you used before, Tommy? Yeah, the Rocks are local. Nickname Duck.
And all you've got to rely on is your mates.
What do you look like?
I had to have a drink. So how you get in with them?
I hope it was worth it.
Boys and me, we're off the home and kick some bleeding heads in. You on for it? There's just one thing you better remember.
Looking for decent brandy. That's me, Sarge.
That's who you are.
Got some good stuff from the surveillance camera at Wapping.
Who is it?
We don't know him. Thought you might be able to put a name to the face.
Who is that runt, John? No one I know.
You see Brandon? Any problems with your work?
Only those the old bill give us, sir.
I don't know what's happening to us. What's wrong with being happy?
Try looking at yourself in a mirror. You're a hooligan, John.
Really wanna be a bad boy, don't you? You overstepped the mark. Give me my marker. Let me know where I'll stop. Surely this is it? The edge, isn't it? Tell me when I've touched the bone. ID.
I'm really sorry for all the trouble I put you to.
No problem.
Thanks again and goodbye.
Who is that?
It's the guy who stopped to help me. Yeah, flat in this. Can you believe it?
I forgot to take it out. I drove all the way home before it hit me. Of course, I'm so stupid.
This time you have to have a drink.
You know what Nietzsche said? No. We can never entirely possess the female soul.
What is this?
It's him.
Who?
The doctor who played Death in the Maiden.
You thought that you recognized him.
Thought?
You were blindfolded.
The voice. His laugh.
I don't know you. I've never seen you before in my life. I don't know what it is you think I've done. This is kidnapping. This is assault. We're gonna go to jail for 20 years. What are you gonna do with him?
I want him to confess.
How can I confess to something I haven't done? You gonna kill him?
We push him off the cliff onto the red car.
We're still gonna know it was murder. What am I talking about?
I'm telling you, it's him.
He talked about science and philosophy. He liked to quote Nietzsche.
Nietzsche? She's mad. She needs therapy. You are her therapy.
I'm not crazy!
Sigourney Weaver. Ben Kingsley. Stuart Wilson.
Tell me, what can I say? What do you want me to say? If I'm guilty, you'll kill me. If I'm innocent, you'll kill me.
I just want the truth.
Death and the Maiden.
What do we got here, Oscar?
23-year-old stripper named Shelley Randall. Multiple stab wounds. She worked here.
On the dark side of the neon streets of Las Vegas.
Last time you saw Shelley Randall.
I'm still one of the good guys, you know, JD.
Behind the glitter.
You got a problem with me working on this one?
I think you're somewhat personally involved.
In the after hours of murder.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Frame someone for murder because he dumped me?
Then
One woman will risk her life.
This is someone who is very dangerous.
You really don't think I did this?
To prove a man's innocence.
This was a brutal murder. If we don't come up with something, it's gonna get real hot for us.
And one man will stop at nothing.
Person would have to be pretty sick to kill innocent people just to get revenge on someone.
Do you really think I could murder someone?
To keep her alive.
How can you want to be with him?
I can't help myself.
Any woman attracted to this man would have to have a sick flirtation with self-destruction.
What's so great about this guy it's worth risking your life for?
What is it about someone that makes you never get over them?
I care about you so much.
Both victims are his ex-girlfriend.
I have to see you tonight.
He's got no alibi.
We're charging your client with 2 counts of murder in the first, and we're going all the way with it. He's gonna die.
Watch your back, my friend. We got an eyewitness that puts him at one of the murders.
I saw him outside the club. I saw him there.
He wants us to think it's a setup.
I'm just not as convinced as you are, that's all.
When are you gonna be convinced? When he's slicing you up?
Linda Fiorentino.
All the evidence we do have still points to you.
And Daniel Baldwin.
We don't know everything yet.
But you know me.
No, I don't.
Who are you gonna believe?
Bodily Harm.
Detectives Fred Lavery and Sheila Kingston.
Sorry, I'm late.
The 2 straightest cops in L.A.
I gotta get a bikini wax.
Just stop telling me about that disgusting female stuff.
are about to be thrown a curve.
I need you to go undercover to a island resort. It's a place for S&M, B&D, and DNS.
M&M?
They're going undercover to pursue an international smuggling ring.
Here's some bondage magazines to study up on.
In the last place on Earth these 2 should ever go.
Welcome to Eden Island, where your fantasy is our pleasure.
I'm here to make your body tingle.
Is that so?
Our head mistress of Eden, Mistress Lisa.
Do your parents know you do this?
Man, oh man, what a bunch of oddballs.
It's against their principles.
Hey! No panting after 2 a.m.
It's against their policy.
Now, that is something I would not have been capable of.
And against their grain.
Lucy?
Oh, sorry.
Why don't you go lay in front of the door and you can play guard boy?
This Pleasure Island is starting to get to me.
They're talking about you all over the island.
Get out of here.
Hi there, big boy.
But if they're going to crack this case,
Ow!
they may have to flash more than their badges.
Like Elvis Goes to Hell.
From the director of Pretty Woman,
You know, we gotta solve this case soon because hanging around here, I am so horny.
Dana Delaney, Paul Mercurio, Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd, in a Gary Marshall film.
Get off of me!
Whoa, pardonnez-moi.
She's trying to kill me, you idiot! Cuff
I don't have any cuffs.
We're the only 2 people on this island without handcuffs!
Exit to Eden.
How can I fulfill your fantasy?
Go paint my house.
My tata no came with
I didn't know there were folks living this far out.
Well, there aren't, officially.
She lives here all alone, huh?
Well, that's what hermits do, love. They live alone, they die alone.
Is this for real? No electricity, no phone, no running water.
The Lord led you here, stranger. Guard my Nell. Nell.
Stay back! What the hell is it, Jerry?
Put the gun away. sir, I can't let you go back in there. We don't even know what that thing is.
It's a human being, and she's frightened. Don't be afraid.
We haven't had a true wild child in this country for 60 years.
She's not a wild child.
This woman speaks an unknown language?
It's like there's no one else in the world.
Can she survive on her own?
I don't know.
Well, all right, suppose she cannot. Who's going to look after her?
If she's ever going to leave that cabin, she's going to need skills she doesn't presently
How do you know
possess.
she wants to leave? Did you ask her?
There isn't anybody who speaks her language.
Then I guess somebody's going to have to learn.
Have you ever gone all the way with a girl?
No, not quite.
Would you like to?
What, now?
No. No, it wasn't an invitation. It was just a request for information.
Benny was an ordinary girl from a quiet little town where friendship was forever.
I was thinking we might have a party. We could invite all the boys.
Were you thinking of anyone in particular, Benny?
No, not at all. Not me.
And romance
Bernadette! Sean's here!
was hard to find.
I just don't feel that way about you, Sean.
I don't think you're in quite the situation to be so proud and choosy.
But when the best-looking boy in school
You could have anyone at all. And let's face it, why would he look at me?
swept her off her feet,
It's easy to talk to you, you know that? I feel as if I could tell you anything.
I've had impure thoughts.
Did you entertain them?
sparks began to fly.
Dan, you've cut too much out of it.
No, just about enough, I'd say.
No, it's indecent. Won't they fall out?
The dad can't help it. She was born.
Now everyone's in a hurry to shed their clothes.
It seems like such a strange sort of thing to want to do. Like if someone is putting their finger up your nose or something.
Bare their souls
Aiden says it's his job to try to seduce me, and it's my job to try to stop him.
and lose their hearts.
Why don't I come with you? Would that be nice?
You had to go and steal Jack from your best friend! He loves me. He told me. He doesn't love her.
You went to university to study, not to fall in love.
That's like taking me to the top of the mountain and showing me the world and then marching me back down and saying, that's what you can't have, Benny, you silly, grey, fat article.
Benny, you're the one. I couldn't love anyone else.
I know I may look like a rhinoceros, but I've got quite a thin skin, really. So just be a bit careful with me. Or I'll flatten you.
Circle of Friends, based on the best-selling novel by Maeve Binchy, starring Chris O'Donnell and introducing Minnie Driver.
From the visual effects creator of Under Siege, Army of Darkness, Fearless, and The Fugitive comes a spectacular new film. In the far reaches of space, a deadly battle raging on a distant planet is about to connect with an ancient mystery on Earth.
Ancient tribes worshipped it. People feared it, and they believed it had the power to level cities and build empires. They even believed it wasn't of this world.
I have won. She was a warrior who would never surrender. In the lethal struggle for a prize beyond value. Now the quest continues in our world.
You must help me.
If I don't bring back that crystal, my people will be destroyed.
In this final battleground, the most awesome power is about to be unleashed.
But I'm telling you the truth.
No. You're telling me some bullshit episode of Star Trek, son.
Witness a new kind of warrior. Bridget Nielsen, Terminal Force.